Welcome back to the Coding Problem series. Today, we are diving into a fundamental graph theory concept, the bipartite graph check. This problem often appears in technical interviews and is key to understanding graph coloring algorithms. First, let's define what a bipartite graph actually is. A graph is considered bipartite if its vertices can be divided into two disjoint sets. Let's call them set U, and set V. The crucial rule is that every edge in the graph must connect a vertex from set U to a vertex in set V. There are no edges connecting vertices within the same set. An easier way to visualize this is the two-coloring problem. Imagine you have only two colors, red and blue. Can you color every node in the graph such that no two adjacent nodes share the same color? If you can, the graph is bipartite. If you find yourself needing a third color, it is not. So, when does this fail? The classic counterexample is a cycle with an odd number of nodes, like a triangle. If you color the top node red, its neighbors must be green. But since those neighbors are also connected to each other, they cannot both be green. This conflict proves that a graph with an odd-length cycle cannot be bipartite. To solve this programmatically, we can use breadth-first search or depth-first search. We start by initializing all nodes as uncolored. We pick a starting node, assign it a color, and then visit all its neighbors. We assign the neighbors the opposite color. We repeat this process, flipping colors at each level. If we ever encounter a neighbor that already has the same color as the current node, we have found a conflict, and we return false. Let's walk through an example. We start at node 1. Since it's uncolored, we assign it our first color, let's say orange, and add it to our processing queue. Next, we process node 1. It connects to node 2 and node 3. Since they are uncolored, we assign them the opposite color, dark blue, and add them to our queue. So far, the alternating pattern is maintained. Moving on, we process node 2 and node 3. Their neighbors, node 4 and node 5, are currently uncolored. We assign them the opposite of dark blue, which takes us back to orange. If at any point we tried to color a node that was already colored incorrectly, we would stop immediately. Here is what the implementation logic looks like. We use an array or map to store colors, where 0 represents uncolored, 1 is red, and -1 is blue. We iterate through every node to handle disconnected components. Inside the loop, we perform our traversal, flipping the color sign for neighbors and checking for equality to detect conflicts. To wrap up, the time complexity of this approach is big O of V plus E, as we visit every vertex and edge once. The space complexity is big O of V for storing the colors and the recursion stack or queue. Remember, the key takeaway is that a bipartite graph is simply a graph with no odd-length cycles.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.